Hello and welcome to another episode of Revenue Buster. Okay, that one sucked, but we're still working on that. Well, this is a episode that has a little bit more busting than actually building on it. And it's been a while since we've did a video. We did have tax time this last week, and we've ran into some things that we want to touch on today's live episode for Amazon FBA. As you know, we are deconstructing and dissecting the Amazon FBA business model. We were currently doing some retail arbitrage. We've got some online arbitrage going as well. And for those of you who might not know what those are, go ahead, watch some of our old videos. It kind of goes into the more details. But on the retail side, we've had a couple things happen, and then also on the tactical side, we've had a few things happen. And we might have Christian coming up here. He looks like he's sideways.
Hey.
There he is. We're live, buddy.
We're live.
So
We're good.
figure out your technical difficulties, and we'll go from there.
Talk about my technical difficulties?
There we go. He's live, and it sounds good and clear.
All right.
Welcome, Christian. I was just kind of going over a little bit of some of the, I haven't really got into it yet, but just introducing that we've had a couple busting issues lately.
Yes.
And so we're going to hit on some of those and then kind of where we're going to pivot because of those and how it's affecting our business.
Gotcha. Good stuff.
So Christian is good to go. Okay. All right. So a couple things on the online or on the basically retail arbitrage side, or actually it has to do with listing products. So, and we're still trying to figure this out. As we said, we are doing this kind of as is live, right? With no guru training course. We're not going back and cutting stuff. We are doing these trainings live, straight up running the business, trying to do what the teachings out there and the videos out there tell you to do. And so we're running into snags and busting moments, as we call them, live with you guys. So one of the things that we're running into is it is tough. I would say challenge. It is a challenge. I don't like using the word tough, but it is a challenge to find a multitude of products on the retail side. So when you're out shopping, it is tough to find ones that you can actually sell that are not limited to brand regulations and category regulations. So that is something at the very beginning that you may get frustrated with, and I'm frustrated with it because I had to make our first return, and that was for a whole nother reason. So we thought we had a good product, and we will go over that. Let me bring it up. Let's see if I still got it listed. I might have deleted it, but let me just check our inventory, and then I'll bring it up live on share screen.
Yeah, it was surprising. More surprising than I thought, at least. Like, I knew big name products like the Samsung ones, I kind of expected it. But just like the smaller,
although we've made money on that Samsung, I might have to return those filters too. So let me bring up our list too. Numbers, STR, manage, Revenue Busters, budget and lists.
Budgets and lists.
So I'll bring up that too. And let me kind of organize my screen here so I can switch back and forth. All right, so on the screen, right up top here, this first one, the Flybricks Quad Starter Kit. This is the one, okay, $44, selling at $110 on Amazon. We're like, and it's still, well, you see now it's $69. So we thought, hey, this was still a good price. That's no FBA. So let's click on it. Let's see if it brings it up. So here it is. So when we first got it, we were there. I mean, it was all the way up to about 110, 120.
Yeah, I think it was 120.
Yeah, somewhere right around April. April 2nd actually is when we went shopping. April 2nd was the day we went shopping. And so it was up there. Very good numbers on it. Met all the criteria. Was under 100,000 in the sales rank. So we put it up for sale, and a flood of other people found it as well and flooded the buy box with it. And there was over 50 sellers. You can see on this chart here. Can you, is that, let me shrink that down. Yeah. On this very bottom chart on the Keepa graph, you can see right along there was no one. And then all of a sudden, about almost 60 sellers had new offers up, and then you can see a complete drop off, and now we're down here back under just 4 people, 5 people, and the buybacks is back down to 5. So we were like, what the bleep happened? We weren't sure, and then we looked at this little notice on our seller back office and Seller Central, and we've got this notice of policy warning. And we were like, boom, you've been served. Fly bricks no more. You may not sell. You may not pass go. So it is a trademark infringement 5041084 by Rob Walters, Flybricks. So I'm assuming that this is the person that actually, or the company that actually makes the Flybricks. They potentially may not want people. If you didn't buy it from a authorized retailer, then it looks like he shut everyone down, and that's what looks like what happened. And so 60 people went to 0 real quick. I'm sure everyone got this. So now I did shoot him an email, said, "Hey, we did buy this from a reseller of yours, and we were just one more middleman in the place. We got to, we'd love to be able to sell it, but if not, we'll just return them to where we got them from." And so I never got a response back. I sent it out twice. And so I just returned the product. That's what's kind of cool. So, I mean, that is a protection against risk. So, we bought 2 of them. That was about $100. That was about 44 with tax. So it was about $95 returned back to the credit card, and no harm, no foul. But we did learn a lesson, which is kind of cool, that sometimes you are going to get people and companies that if you're not buying it in their chain, they may shut you down on Amazon. And you don't want to get too many of these, I've been reading too. So we'll try to avoid these in the future, but this can potentially happen. So your thoughts on that, Mr. Christian?
Yeah, no, that was interesting because, I mean, I've personally never heard of Flybricks at all. And then, of course, and I was excited about that one.
I know, that was good numbers.
That was good numbers. And then, of course,
let me
buy box kits insanely flooded.
Yeah, let me bring just our little chart. So we were at.
Oh yeah, that's right.
We were at potential profits of $97 with the Flybrick kit.
Just with the 2.
Just with the 2.
So that was good. And then of course they come in and be like, no, you don't get to sell that, of course. So I mean, and like he said, he sent the email, didn't respond, and I mean, without like an invoice or to show them, like, I mean, yeah, our reseller was Target, but like, I mean, still, I understand why they did it, obviously, because I mean, that buy box got stuffed back, and I mean, the prices just dropped. So I mean, you do have to watch out for that. I wonder if there's a way, like, when we're out, to figure out. We got to figure out how to.
Well, let's talk about that too. So one of the things that I've researched from, and I've heard on a couple trainings that I've watched, is if you get a product that's got a good deal like this, I mean, there are people out here, other competitors, that are going to be looking for those deals as well, and so they will pop up. So when that happens, you just have to make sure that you're one of the first in the first couple weeks to get that up and listed. And you kind of look at that when you're looking at your numbers to see how many people are in the buy box. That's why we're looking. Hopefully, there's like 10 or less is what you're looking for, or that's what we're looking for at least. And so if there is more, you got to make sure the sales velocity will support the numbers. But it may still be a good deal because you can hold on to it at your office, and then once that initial stock is sold through after those huge discounts at a retail store, you can sell it. You want to be either the first or the last to sell it. So as the price goes back up and as the numbers of sellers go down, the price will go back up. And so then you would wait for that to happen and then put yours up, and you will be making sales. So you just got to be in that cycle.
Exactly.
But it could be a little discouraging when you're starting off.
True. But don't get discouraged.
But
Keep
don't be
trying.
discouraged. I think we'll see, man.
We'll see. We'll see.
We'll see. We'll see. So another one that happened to get shut down for us temporarily, and I'll show you what happened to this one. But this is one of our hats we got for $5. They were selling for 25 online. Decent profit. What happened with this one was I put in the UPC, and let me bring up the screen here again. All right, so I brought up the screen. It's right here, and it says suppressed. And I'm like, what the frick is suppressed mean? And so I click on it, of course, and I'm going to have a visitor in my office here shortly.
Suppressed. So you say temporarily.
Well, that's the thing we're going to be talking about. So here's the so if you look on the screen, though, it says Bridgestone Relax Cap Black Couples Collection B33 golf hat. Okay. So then I looked at this. So I was like, why did it get suppressed? So it's not bringing up my little. Where's my little note here? I thought I hit suppress and it would go. There it goes. So right here. Okay. Yeah. So here's the suppressed notice. Product name, duplicate item. Please contact seller support if you believe this listing is not a duplicate of an existing item. So I'm like, well, I don't think it is because I put in the ASIN I just put in the UPC and then this is the ASIN they gave me for this. However, then I just did a search of the Bridgestone cap in Amazon, and this is what popped up with multiple different ones. It's just a Bridgestone Golf Tour Relax hat. So there is a duplicate listing, and the one that I looked at is the incorrect listing. And when we were doing our searches, because we were just scanning UPCs, and this is the actual listing for that hat. And in order for us to sell on it, we have to get approved to sell Bridgestone Golf. So let's see if we come here. So actually, let's go here, grab this. Well, actually, let me just go to add a product. So we're going to go to add a product, inventory, add a product. So if you type in this UPC, it was 7, and there it is right there. So it does give you 2 options. And this one, what is just not the couples version, but just the regular version, there is only 2 people selling it. So it's still a good deal, but we have to get approved. In order to get approved, you hit request approval, and then it'll show you what category or brand you need to get approved in.
Darn. Oh, sneaky.
So we need an invoice from a dealer that sells Bridgestone Golf hats.
Everything.
So that leads us to this update. And the reason why we're having this. So going out retail arbitrage and even doing tactical arbitrage, because you guys make sure that you're selling products that you can get restricted. And now the restriction or unrestricted in brands and categories. Again, the reason why Amazon's doing that, let me bring up on my screen, stop sharing, have a heart-to-heart with the audience here. So the reason why Amazon's doing that, it's actually it would actually be considered a good thing if you're seriously and legitimately trying to do this for your business. And the reason is and I don't know if you guys remember or how long if you've been on Amazon for long, but if you have, there was a period of time for about 2 years where there was just a lot of fake products. There was a lot of copycats. There was a lot of garbage being sold. And I even got some fake products that I bought. And I remember being mad. This was before I even knew that Amazon had the seller opportunity in it. And so I was frustrated because I was thinking I was buying a good, legit brand name product, and I got sent a fake. So having these restrictions until they can prove that you're serious about the business is a good thing, but it does make it a little bit more difficult or a little bit more of a challenge to get started. But don't let that stop you, because the income potential that we are seeing is actually going to be pretty good. So our focus now is we've been researching and looking, and it has to do with more on the wholesale strategy of how to open up as many brands and as many categories as you possibly can as quick as you can. So that's kind of our focus, and will be the focus on the next trainings, as well as we're gonna we've got the things picked out for our private labels, so we're gonna start doing those. A little bit more videos on those too, but that'll probably be a little bit from now. But so our next step is, and when you find a product, so what we're trying, and we're gonna run some more videos on this, is when we find a product and we can't sell it, we immediately look for a distributor or a wholesaler that can sell us products in that brand, and we can get that invoice. Because if you look at, bring up my screen again, in order to get approved to sell, and this is not on everything, but this would be on a majority thing, is what you need from Amazon is what they're looking for is an invoice that you're doing business inside the retail chain, all the way from manufacturer to reseller or retailer. And whether you're buying from the manufacturer direct or the wholesaler or the distributor, it doesn't matter, but they're looking for an invoice for one of them. And so it's got to be within the last 180 days, includes the name and address of the manufacturer or distributor, show the combined purchase of at least just 10 items. So all you need is 10 items, which is cool.
So for the people at home, and I guess I'm a little curious too, how would you say you find these distributors and that type of thing?
Oops, sorry about that. On this one, I'm trying to zoom that in a little bit. So that's that. Here's what you need right here. So you can omit the pricing. Please note that they may or may not contact the vendors. So this is what you need right here in order to get this approved.
Right. So how would you say they find those distributors, wholesalers, manufacturers, whatever? Like,
okay, so what I've done so far is, and let me bring this one over to the group here. All right, can you see that?
Yes, the best.
America's top wholesale golf distributor. So I went to here. So I just Googled Bridgestone golf distributor or wholesaler or supplier. And I came up with about 3 that are in America, at least, and I'm sure there's more elsewhere. And you can, and the lower you can get closer to the manufacturer, or if you can get straight to the manufacturer, go straight to the manufacturer. And so this got brand name products, new products, shoe. I thought we saw some brand name. Let me go back to our featured brands. Here it is, right here. And what do you see right here on the right-hand side?
Woo, Bridgestone.
Bridgestone Golf.
Man, I got Callaway, Jam.
So now, a little bit more to the strategy, though. Yes, it's great that they do it. Can they give you an invoice if you don't buy anything? So you do got to buy something. So you got to buy 10 of something. And so you got to buy 10 of something. Don't waste you could, even if you broke even with what you're buying,
you're still getting the invoice.
You're still getting the in on the open. So even if the numbers aren't as good as what you want when you're finding products like the Bridgestone hat here, so you're not going to get as much profit on here, but you're spending, let's say, $100 to open up the category, and you're getting products that you get to put through the process and kind of learn it. But then now you're opening up, $20 worth of profit for each of these hats that you found.
Right. And I mean, as long as you break even or even make a few bucks, I mean, it's still good because then you can sell other products.
Exactly. And even if you lost a little bit, but yet you have products that are ready there to
gonna make
sell.
you money, right? And I'm sure you can find them somewhere else for cheaper to resell them on Amazon.
Yes.
The whole process. I mean,
Because what's cool about Amazon, once you have, or at least we believe this to be true, and if they don't change anything, but once you have it open, they don't shut you back down.
right.
And they don't shut you back down, and you don't have to keep buying from that exact same distributor. No matter where you find the brand name product, you can sell it.
Which is great.
So that is the update for here. And then, so that's what we're doing. So we are in the process. So what I'm doing, our strategy that we're going to be doing, and me and Chris will be talking about this after the call to lay out a little bit more hands-on stuff, is I've created a letter, email. Let's just say it's an email. Each of these people have like a sales rep. I don't know if you see it. Oh, let me bring that back up. What I've been looking for in the wholesale stuff is we got a sales rep right here up in the top here. So they got people to contact. They got emails that you can contact. So instead of me smiling and dialing, making all these calls, we are going to
shoot an email to them.
Shoot an email to them with exactly what we're looking for. Can they help us out? A majority of them will have like a list of products that you can buy. I mean, they do this. This is what they do anyways. I mean, they're selling to other retail stores. You are a retail store. Your marketplace is Amazon, eBay, wherever your marketplace is. So you're looking for those exact same deals. So anyways, they'll send you basically a list of products that we can buy for whatever price they're selling for. You can go use the famous 7 words. 7 words and then silence. So is that the best you can do? So anytime you are negotiating price, this is negotiation 101. Just at the very end, they give you the price. Is that the best you can do? Shut up. Let them answer. You don't say anything else. And let them come back with what they is. 9 times out of 10, you'll probably get a little bit lower price. But you got to say it and you got to be silent. All right.
So shut up.
So that's what we're doing. So we're going. I mean, we have a couple more products that we bought. Actually, I'm trying to get Under Armour. I want to get approved like Under Armour and Nike because
that would be nice.
Because I don't know if you can tell, but I kind of shop there, so it'd be nice to be able to sell their products.
Only have Under Armour hat,
but I do have a couple products that I found Under Armour wise that I mean, I've got $100 spread on quite a few. So that's what we're doing. Googling out, looking for those wholesalers. I've got another company that we found that has a bunch of categories that we can go into. I don't know if I got those up. I do. So I've got another wholesale company that I found that will go into baby, backpacks, bath and body, blankets and bedding, clothing, food, household and pets, health and beauty, holiday party, home and kitchen, school and office. So all those categories, we can buy 10 items from that store, get their invoice, and we can open up all those categories. It's that simple. Don't be afraid of talking to these people. If you're brand new, don't be afraid to talk to these people.
Seriously.
It's what they do.
Big part.
That's their business, is selling to retailers. Now, it may take a little bit to kind of get used to the prices, but like I said, main thing is you're trying to open up categories, because when you're out doing your online arbitrage or you're doing tactical arbitrage, when you find something, you don't have to worry about being locked. Now you're not. And then if you can make relationships with these guys, then the sky's the limit on what you can sell and get into your products. And then eventually, down the road, we're going to be looking into the private label and all that, or not looking into the private label. We'll be finishing the private label, and that could be that's a whole nother revenue.
Whole nother stream. Exactly. So yeah.
All right. That's kind of what we got for today. Kind of keep it short and sweet. And then we are going to. I do have to finish. It'll be our 4th time, maybe 3rd time, doing the battery training. We're gonna try it again one more time, but I will let you know that no one at Amazon's help center knows how to do batteries as well. I've spent probably 3 hours on the phone with them, trying to figure out I mean, they've kind of got it laid out in pieces all over the place in their training, but no one has this is the exact process, and no help person. Of course, we're talking to people all over the world. It's not like a central office that they're located. So the help centers, I mean, they're trying to do the best they can,
True.
but they don't have the information in front of them. So they're like, "Oh, please hold by research. Please hold by research. Please hold by research." And so no one knows how to do the battery. I haven't even found a video yet that explains kind of walking through the different kind of batteries. And then, so anyways, we're going to do it one more time. I believe I figured it out through all my conversations with Amazon. I still am not 100% sure, so I'm not going to have you guys hold me to it, but it'll get you very, very close. And then what I have found out too is they will send you back once you do, and if you've done it wrong, they will send you back what you've done wrong, and you should be able to go from there to be able to fix what you did wrong, so you can get the product back up. All right. Anyways, we'll do that. It'll either be this evening or tomorrow. I'll do that battery one, and we'll get that up, and that'll get your product. We do have one of our first products listed on Amazon too. That we're doing a merchant. We're just trying to merchant fulfillment by merchant because the buy box was so huge
That we just
that we're like, screw it. Let's just put it up merchant, not send it in, and let's check and see if we can sell it. Competing with the Prime, we're just kind of testing it. But other than that, we got a bunch more products we're going to be sending in, and we'll finish that packaging of everything up video too. That'll be a separate one from the battery video.
Yeah.
But that dang, I've done it 4 times. We probably should. We're gonna have to have outtakes on it because it was so just frustrating. Anyways, it was frustrating. There is some thing. I mean, it's a big company. There are some things you're gonna go through, but it's kind of little compared to. In the long run, it'll be a laugh. All right, cool. All right, well, this is Gary Lloyd for Revenue Busters signing out.
And
We'll
this is
catch you guys
Christian.
on the flip side.
Bye-bye.